What is going on, Draconians? Draco Invictus here with episode 4? Yes, we'll say 4. The title is correct. I may not be, the title is correct for sure. Anyway, welcome to the next episode of our Domination victory run in Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. We are picking up right where we left off, turn 58. It is our next turn, so let us jump right into the game. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and oh, our cities overflow with filth. I'm sorry. I will clean up the filth. Whatever. She's happy with us. All right. Wow, we are surrounded up here. Holy crap. That's a stalemate. That's a victory. That's a victory, but I won't kill any of them, so I'm going to move away. Okay, so our builder is working on this second mine here. Our production is going, we got one mine here, one mine here. Let's take a look, actually, real quick. Let's talk about what tiles we're working. So if we toggle the city details, we can see, actually, if we turn that off, we're not running anything there. Actually, that's what we want to do. Manage citizens. So we have 3 people, right? A population 3. So they are working 3 different tiles. So I could have, if I always wanted this citizen to work this tile here, 2 food, 2 production, I could lock them in, okay? Then I could say, I want you to work this tile over here. That's 2 food, 2 production. So there's a couple different ways that you can manage what your city, or what you are earning each turn, okay? You could do this, or we could say, I want you to focus on production. So it shifted these 2 guys to these 2 tiles, right? Because these are 3 production, 1 food, where these are 2 production, 2 food. This guy's already working a 3 production tile, but it limits our growth. If I can say work on food and production, it puts them back over here because these are the most advantageous ones. Why it kept this guy over here and didn't bring over, no, let's all right, let's do that. So that's 9 food, 10.5 production, because our city's not growing. Now we're growing. 9 turns until growth. I think, oh no, this place is still a 2. That's why this place is really taking off. Because we have such a surplus of food, the tiles that are being worked over here are aiding our growth significantly. So, yeah, there's a couple different ways that you could do this. You turn that off, turn that off. Actually, if we just unlock these guys, let them go back to what it's going to do best. See, we went from 9 rounds to 14. So let's bump that back to 9. And I don't think clicking that... Oh, no, it did. So we're going to unclick that so that we're just focusing on food production. We'll get to this other production. As you want your cities to grow big in population, or bigger in population, because then you have more citizens that can work more tiles. So our next citizen could be working a 1 food, 3 production tile. Or more likely, they're going to come over here and work this 2 food, 2 production, keep it balanced out, right? Because that's, if we're focusing on food, he's not going to work the 1 food tile. He's going to work the 2 food tile. So yeah, that is how you can manage. If you want more science, then you have them work the science, and you would turn off food. But We're not getting any more science at all anyway. So setting that did not change anything. So we'll have them focus on food. So if you guys see me doing that, changing these down here, I'm essentially telling the AI, okay, work the best tiles for food, or work the best tiles for production, or work the best tiles for gold. I will change these as I progress through the game. For each city, it might be different. If I see a city is struggling to gain in population, I'll have it focus on food. If I want it to crank stuff out faster and I have a lot of high production tiles, like these 3s over here, I want them to build something quickly. Maybe I'm building like a wonder or something like that. I will have them focus on production. Or I may have them balance between food and production, or food and science, or something like that. So, when you're looking at your city screen, understand that we are generating 6.2 from this city, 6.2 culture, 9 food, 10.5 production, 4.7 science, 13.6 faith, and 8.4 gold every turn from this one city. And then you could actually use these little arrows here and look at all of your cities. So Bulawayo has no gold anywhere. It's not generating any gold. And it's not actually focusing on anything either. We need to get it focusing, and changing its food production did nothing. It's still +5. So that is not going to help boosting that. Let's see what they are working on. Yeah, they're working on production tiles. 3 production, 2 production. And so our food is very limited up here. So I do think that, I don't know that sheep provide us more food. They may provide us more production. But I do need to get a builder up here at some point. Actually, I have a builder being built right now. So then I will take care of these sheep, both those locations, and see what that does for us. We may need to set up a trade route from Bulawayo so that it can start getting more food from somewhere else. So that is how you manage each of your cities in your civilization, and we will next turn. Now she's happy with us. We went from filth to built properly. Goofy bitch. And we are 1 turn away from leaving the ancient era, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that, or how I may have edited it out. But, so yeah. Oh, our first Akonda was built. That's why. That's why she liked it now. We got a +4 era score. Man, we are 10 over. Let's get out of here. Boosted military training. Nice. Yeah, 35 of 25. Which means by going that far over, because this will become our basis, that 35 will be our basis for the next round. So by extending so far over, we may push ourselves into a dark age at some point. Again, we'll talk about ages here next turn, actually. What do we got going on up here? Okay, so these guys attacked. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this scout here, because I can. This slinger is going to come up here, because we have another scout there. This guy, I don't know where that other scout went, but I'm going to bring that slinger over here. This scout, I'm going to bring him over here. He's all healed up now, so I don't want him to move any further. This builder, he has 1 charge left. I think I may need him to come over here and fix this this quarry. Then we'll take a look at production for Nobamba. Okay, so we can build a barracks, which gives us more housing. Now, we are at 5 of 8, with 11 turns until we go to 6. We don't want to be at 7 of 8 or something like that. But we may want a campus. Since building a holy site or a campus is going to cost us the same, let's see. We're going to get a +4 here, because it's located next to Yep, the geothermal, wow, the geothermal fissure gives +2. That is huge. We are absolutely putting a campus right there. +4 science per turn just by building our campus there. That's awesome. Yeah, look at these guys. +15 food. And we don't have anything that's going to change our production. Notice I click this button, production number does not change. Food doesn't change. Yeah, this place is just going to be a big city because it has lots of food tiles around it. It's got all the rainforest, and even though we don't have plantation set up for the bananas, the bonus resources, we're still getting that +3 food from each of those tiles. So that's pretty crazy. And we just lost our warrior as we enter the classical era. He did get attacked.
Begins with a strong,
and we are now in the classical era. Okay, so state workforce is done. This allows us to build the government plaza. And then we have conscription, which unit maintenance is reduced by 1. We may use conscription at some point if we start building up a large military. And then corvée, 15% production toward ancient and classical wonders. We don't want either one of those policies, so I'm not worried about changing our policies right now. We will continue moving these guys over this direction. This guy is going to, repair, there it is. So we have our quarry. And that doesn't cost a build charge. I like that. Okay, so we can't cross over here because we have no way of making boats. So that is all of the movements. Let's see. Let's double check. This guy's going to move here. That is all of the movements that we can do because now we have to go into dedication. So our current age is a golden age. We've already talked about that. And if we look here, Nubia is also going into a golden age. Brazil, Mali, and Poland are all going into normal ages. And there is one more. Okay, so there is only one more. The unmet player, we don't know what's going on with them. So, golden age, there are 4 ages. 4 different ages. Okay, you have the normal age, all these guys. You have a golden age, which means like us. Okay, we get bonuses. You have a dark age. So if you don't make it to the next normal age, you fall into a dark age. Dark ages give you new cards, policy cards that you can use that give you great benefits. But they also have some sort of negative applied to them as well. I haven't actually used any. I think that the negative outweighs the positive just a little bit too much for my taste. But we'll look at that more if we do hit a dark age. And then there is a 4th age that isn't mentioned in any of these, right? It's actually a heroic age. And the only way to get to a heroic age is from a dark age. So it replaces the golden age, essentially. If you're in a dark age and earn enough points, enough era points, to hit a golden age, it actually becomes a heroic age. And if we hit a heroic age, we'll talk more about that. Heroic ages are awesome. It's one of the reasons why I don't mind going into a dark age. And this actually comes from Rise and Fall, the previous expansion. So yeah, we are going into a golden age. So each of your citizens exert 1.5 loyalty pressure in their city. This pressure also affects other cities within 9 tiles, but is 10% less effective per tile. It will be easier to maintain loyalty in your cities and challenge the loyalty of nearby foreign cities. You may make a dedication, which will provide a powerful gameplay bonus during the age. And you know what? I totally forgot through the entire last episode is that we have a governor that we have not picked yet. Okay, so because you've earned a golden age, you may make 1 dedication. In a normal age, the dedications allow you to earn more era score. So build a district and you get a bonus to era score. You know, so if I build a campus, then I would get +1 era score just for building a district. You know, it depends on what you pick in here. Okay. In a golden age, you don't get the bonus for era score, but you get additional bonuses. So for like free inquiry, Eureka's provide an additional 10% of technology costs. Commercial Hub and Harbor District Gold Adjacency bonus provides science as well. So the boost that we get for science, which is normally 40% of that little bar, the little circle that goes around it, we get an additional 10%. So it's 50%. Plus we get bonuses to gold adjacency for commercial hubs and harbor districts, which we don't have any. And they also provide a science bonus as well. So that is pretty cool in the fact that we can spec our tech tree faster because we're getting the additional 10%. That may be 1 or 2 turns, maybe longer on a bigger one. A pen, brush, and voice works the same way, but on the civics tree. So inspirations provide an additional 10% of civic boost. Each city receives +1 culture for each specialty district. So as we build commercial hubs and holy sites and all of that stuff, you'd be getting additional culture. Monumentality +2 movement for all builders. May purchase civilian units with faith. Builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase with faith and gold. That is awesome. And since we're going to be doing more things in this new age, monumentality may be the one that we want. Exodus of the Evangelists, Exodus of the Evangelists give +2 movement for all missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors. Additionally, newly trained ones get +2 charges, and you also earn +4 great prophet points per turn. We're not going to be dealing with missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors, so this really isn't going to help us a whole lot. And the only reason we would be making any apostles is so that we could finish off our religion. So I think we want to go with monumentality, simply because we've got almost 600 faith right now, and we can buy builders and settlers with faith 30% cheaper. So let's go monumentality. Now we need to pick our newest civic. Let's take a look at the tree here. So military tradition will be done in 2 turns. I want to get political philosophy. We need more slots so that we can start getting more stuff done. So we need a new government. Actually, divine right. Let's see. Inherent effect +1 housing per level of walls, plus 50% influence points. Influence generation, gain 5 influence points per turn at 150 points, earn 2 envoys. Gain 2 diplomatic favor per turn. So that's for monarchy. Autocracy, inherent effect +1 yields for each government building and palace in the city. +10 production, +10% production toward wonders. Influence generation, gain 3 influence points per turn at 100 points, earn 1 envoy, and then gain 1 diplomatic favor per turn. Oligarchy. Now keep in mind, this also has 2 military slots. One of the economic slots. What was those? I don't remember what those are. And then it has 1 wild card slot. So oligarchy gives us 1 for each. This is for the policy cards. All land melee, anti-cavalry, and naval melee class units gain +4 combat strength. Inherent effect +20 experience, unit experience. Gain 3 influence points per turn at 100 points, earn 1 envoy, gain 1 diplomatic favor per turn. Classical Republic, which is the one that I typically lean to when I'm playing. I don't know if I will for this turn, but all cities with a district receive +1 housing and +1 amenity, plus 15% great person points, gain 3 influence points per turn at 100 points, earn 1 envoy, 1 diplomatic favor per turn. To get divine right, we also need civil service. So we can't even go for this right now because we need civil service first. So we are actually going to go for political philosophy. It'll only take us 5 turns. And it will allow us to at least spec into something else before we spec into monarchy or theocracy. And we have 2 governor points available. So, I think Magnus is typically the best one to get if you're chopping down a bunch of trees. Because you get plus 50% yield from plot harvests and feature removals in the city. We're probably going to end up with most of these guys. I think... wow. Pingala might be a good one to get too. 15% increase. This first one is you don't have to unlock it. Can be assigned to a city-state where she acts to envoys. Religious pressure to adjacent cities is 100% stronger from the city. Plus 50% yield from plot harvests. All builders trained in the city get +1 build charge. 15% increase. And we can pick 2 of these, or we could promote them and get more stuff. I think right now I want to appoint Pingala to Lundi. And then we're going to come up here and we will take a look. Let's see what he's got going on here. So this one we get automatically. These all require additional points. So, +1 culture per turn for each citizen, +1 science per turn for each citizen. 100% great people points generated per turn. So if we were generating 2 great people points, then this would double it. I don't know. This one seems great for like a science victory. I don't know that we actually want to give him any... I don't know that we want to waste that point at this point. I do think theological combat, all governors units heal fully. City ignores religious pressure from religions not founded by the governor's player. Apostles and warrior monks trained in the city receive 1 extra promotion. I think that we want to go Moksha, because warrior monk is where we're going. I think, yeah. And we're going to appoint him down here in New Bamba, because this is where we built our Akanda, right? So this may become like our military, like big push military, at least for this part of the map. All right, so there we go. That is it for this. What is that? That is oh yeah, policy changes. Yep, we can't change government yet. It notifies us about the policy cards, and we're going to go next turn. All right, so I moved my builder over here to do this shape, and the tile did not go. Oh, I guess it did. We gained +1 production over here. So we don't get more food from the sheep, we get more production from the sheep. So, good to know. And we are looking back at our tree here. We still have not farmed a resource. It's going to get to the point. You know what? Let's just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and run irrigation, get it up to the boost point, and then forget about it. Because I'm sure by that point we will have farmed a resource. And then I will also do archery after that. But I do have 2 slingers fighting scouts right now. So this may automatically get its boost. And there we go. Our slinger just killed that barbarian scout over there. So we did get our boost to archery. All right, so we've unlocked political philosophy. Let's go ahead and go to the governments. So, we were running police here. So let's see here. +1 yield for each government building now. All cities with a district receive +1 housing and 1 amenity. And you get more great person points. All land melee, anti-cavalry, and naval melee class units gain +4 combat strength, +20% unit experience. It's the most balanced one. So let's go with Oligarchy. All right, so we now have 2 empty slots that we can fill up. One of them has to be a military slot. Diplomatic policy, that's the one I couldn't remember. All right, so we have to pick from one of the red ones. And we are going to go with... I think we do want discipline, just because right now all we're fighting is barbarians. So having that +5 combat strength will certainly help with that. I do think that we want to stick with scripture because it's earning us +8 faith per turn. For diplomatic slots, +2 influence points per turn toward earning city-state envoys. That's nice. First envoy you send, we've met all 3. We've already sent first envoys to all 3. Diplomatic League is not going to help us. Recon units are trained twice as fast for expeditions. I think charismatic leader. We want those +2 influence points per turn versus 1. So we're getting like +3 influence points, which means that we can send more envoys more often. So, and then down here in the wildcard policy, we have urban planning. But I wanted to look over these and see if there's anything else that we might want. I don't think that there is. Urban planning is earning us +3 production per turn. Now, granted, it's split up. It's +1 production for each city. Excuse me. But I think we're going to leave it like that. There. All right, so our scout, as you can see, I've moved him all the way over to here. And we've got another frickin' scout. Where did you come from? How did he get past everyone else and end up way over here? I'm not seeing a barbarian encampment anywhere. There's got to be one over in this area. Oh, look, there's another one right there. God, these barbarian encampments. Killing me. All right, so anyway, back to the scout. I've kind of brought him all the way over here. And let's just get on the other side of this mountain. Oh, look at that. There's somebody over here. Oh, that's Nubia. Yeah, it says owner Nubia. Okay. See, we don't know where her capital is. It's not showing up on our map. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to grab this slinger and bring him back over here. This guy. This builder, he's already built his mine there. I mean, the sheep only give us +1 production. That's a hills tile. That should be... Is this a hills tile too? It is. It should be like this one. This one's generating 1 food, 2 production. And after I build a mine there, it'll be doing even more. Alright, so back to our civics tree. We need to start picking up military tradition, then we'll bump into games and rec so that we can go into military training. And then mercenaries, and so we will keep moving this through. So let's do military tradition, and then I'm just going to have it do games and rec automatically right after that because we're going to need it anyway. So,
water.
All right, guys. So we finally finished up irrigation. So we can finally do our plantations and stuff like that. I am going to finish up this turn, and then we will call this an episode. This scout, okay, so we know Nubia's up here, so I'm going to send scout down here. Oh.
To pay a tribute of respect and admiration to the once desired Matterhorn, before his head has lost the last rays of a sun departing to gild loftier and more distant ranges.
Nice, we discovered the Matterhorn. Cool. Pick our new research here. Archery's been boosted, so let's go ahead and do that. And I advanced the turn. Damn it. All right, so we have 3 diplomatic favor. She wants to buy our diplomatic favor for 10 gold and open borders. Yeah, no. No, you can look at me pissy all you want. Everyone is going to want this 3 diplomatic favor. See? Told you. Oh, he's not even offering any gold. Oh, you cheap bastard. No. None of you get my diplomatic favor. Okay. Here is where we will stop. We will go save the game. Yeah, wow, look at these. The turns, I mean, God, we only made it 12 turns. But then again, I did a lot of explanation about golden ages and stuff like that in this episode, so I get it. So here we are, turn 70, save the game, and that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you got any questions, comments, kicks, or complaints, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash the subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified the next time I post a video. And until next time, Draconians, I want you to take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya!